Welcome to our wonderful and amazing community. Pray your day is going positively well. The first thing I'm going to mention is don't be manipulated by others and don't be belittled by others. You don't have to. Sorry. I had got the truck on to roll the windows down. So, anyways, don't be manipulated. The other day there was this person that came by and he was his goal, right? His goal was uh, to get this person to do something, right? But in the midst of it, he was manipulating and belittling, and those are red flags. Those are no-nos, right? We don't respond to things of that nature, right? So, in my mind, I was like, it's already a no. It's already a no. And I'm not sure what was going through, the other person's mind that, this guy was telling it to. But just me hearing it, me personally, those are red flags. Those are red flags. You should never feel rushed into something. If someone is rushing you into something when you were trying or when you were taking time to think about it, right? Then that's an automatic no, right? If you feel rushed and you're not 100% certain about what it is that you are about to do, then take more time. Take more time. Again, what's meant for you will not pass you by. Trust that the universe is guiding you. But when the universe guides you, when the universe places you into something, the universe doesn't rush you. We are not to be rushed into it. Like when they don't give you enough time to even think about it. And even if you had plenty of time, because this guy said, well, you had plenty of time to think about it. Well, you know what? And if your mind is still not made up, then just keep it as, no, I'm not going to until I'm 100% sure about this, right? Because there's this thing in you, whether it's conflicting or not. There's this thing in you, and you're not 100% sure about it. You're not 100% sure if you should go that way or not. And you don't want to be rushed into it. So it's an automatic no until you are 100% sure about it, right? You just you take as much time as you need, and when the time is right, everything will align for that. It doesn't matter if you had already put, so much energy and time into something, and if at the last minute you change your mind, There's a reason. There's a reason for it. Trust your intuition. I know that if someone's for me, they're going to give me the time that I need. If someone's for me, they're not going to rush me into it. And so therefore, I just thought to mention that because someone was going through this the other day, and I noticed the manipulative tactics that they use. But in all honesty, instead of, if you're going to manipulate, dear God, if someone's for me, I'm going to hear upliftment. I'm going to hear encouragement. I'm going to hear things that's going to help me make that decision to better myself, right? This person was belittling this other person by telling them like it's an immature move to basically not commit to what they had already set out to commit to. But again, if you need more time, take more time. Don't ever feel rushed by someone. Don't ever feel like you have to say yes because they'll be mad if you don't, or because just do what you are feeling called to do, right? If it's a no inside of you, then your mouth should also match that. Just saying. But it depends on the situation that you're in, but the thing is not to ignore what you're feeling within yourself, and you have to also know what you're exactly wanting. If you're not getting exactly what you're wanting out of it, then take as much time as you need. Make sure before saying yes, before signing a contract, before committing all the way, right? Because you can't commit to something if you're not 100% sure about it. I mean, you can. It all depends on the situation, because sometimes God puts us in things, but in this specific situation, I'm talking about, in this specific situation, I didn't really care for the manipulative tactics that this person was using on this other person and belittling him at the same time. Now, if you're going to try to get someone to do what it is that you're wanting them to do, then why not use words of encouragement? Words that are going to like, okay, this person's talking, positive, positivity over me, my life, and whatever decisions that I'm about to make, right? But this person was just like, well, anyways, let's get off that topic. You know what you got to do. And never feel rushed. If you feel rushed, and those are my red flags. Those are some of my red flags. If I feel rushed into something, and then the way they're speaking to me, the way their energy is towards me, if it does not feel right to my soul, then I'm not going to when the person left, I was like, it was almost like as if he was trying to take his soul from him, take his freedom from him. And those are all red flags, So, doing all this work on self, right? You are being rewarded because you are doing a lot of work on yourself. You've chosen you, and you've dedicated yourself to your own growth, right? Not anyone else's. You're not focused on the things out there, but you put your focus and energy back on you and what it is that you truly want out of this, right? You want to have a better mindset. You want to have better, you want to handle your emotions better. You want, just a better way of thinking, a better way of doing, and stuff like that. So this is a great time to celebrate, because you are focusing on your path. You're staying present. You appreciate your life, and you continue your personal growth, your journey. You are in control of your energy field with your own mind, with your own, the things that you are putting out, the things that you are producing, you are creating the type of energy that you want to come back towards you. You are calm. You're in the state of gratitude, in the state of love. You're living a life of happiness without regret. It's never too late to find love or to change one's life. Every day, every second of the day is another moment, another chance to change things around. And I was telling someone the other day, I was like, what? Like, we've all been there and done that when it comes to the negative aspects of the spectrum of life, of the energy field. We've all been there, done that, right? And whether you believe the things work or not, tell yourself, would I rather continue to stay negative, or would I rather have a positive winning mindset? Right? Now, the negativity and the bad attitude, it doesn't really get you anywhere. And does that feel good to you? Does it feel good? Because if it doesn't, then why stay there, right? Change things up. Become an alchemist. You are an alchemist. You are the magician. You hold the key and the power to your own energy field. And you get to choose what feels right to you, right? Do more of that, what feels good, right? So you get to choose what type of mindset, what type of thoughts you want to produce more of, right? So when you're thinking a certain way, ask yourself, does this feel good? Is this helping me? Is this helping others by me thinking this way, by me feeling this way, by me acting this way? Because if it's not, then it's time for change, especially if you're ready for it. When you're ready for it, like they say, the master teacher will show up, right? So let's give gratitude for your independence, the self-love that you are giving yourself, that you're embodying. Congratulate yourself on new beginnings. You're confident. It has risen, right? You're more confident than ever. You're content with your own company. You're staying focused on your chosen path, right? You are focused on your personal endeavors and your intuition, your personal rewards and peace. You've blossomed and you've built a stable foundation for yourself. You've put into your own growth, right? No one was going to do it for you. You had to make the decision of basically not being distracted with everything on the outside of you and start focusing on your inner self, your inner growth, your inner self needed your attention, right? And you've done that. You've done the work. Now you're able to reap the rewards of your work, right? You enjoy and you appreciate your own love and your own company. You've turned your mind around and all your conditions turned around by doing so. How, you may ask? Well, you started thinking in the direction that you want your conditions to go. You started thinking good health, happiness, love, success, prosperity, and money. You've watched all that good stuff start pouring into your life. Yes, you've changed so much. And now you're able to watch all of the good stuff pour into your life. And this is the time to give gratitude. This is the time to give praises, and every day and all the time is the time, because once you tap into your divine self, you realize so many good things is happening to you all the time, right? So we give praises all the time. As a man thinks, so is he. This knowledge gives you treasure in heaven and entrance into the kingdom of heaven. If you find something has tried to attack itself to your mind that you don't want, that you don't like, you strip it, you empty it, and you fill your mind with God. There is no failure in God. The divine principle never fails. This is the cosmic law that never fails. As a man thinks, so is he. Right? So you've changed your thinking, you've changed your storyline for yourself. You didn't give up. You kept going. You kept going. You kept going. And now you are able to reap the rewards of it all. All the work you did. All that work you did. The inner work, right? The inner work. You get perfect results. It doesn't cost God anything extra for you to be rich. You have the consciousness for it. And when we say rich, we're talking about rich in every aspect, in every form, right? There's so many different ways of being rich, right? Open your mind to that. Thank you. You can only have what you have the consciousness to have. I make it my business to enjoy it. Everything I get my hands on, I enjoy it. I live it up. Everything that comes my way by means of my God consciousness. I enjoy it. I savor it. Whatever you enjoy correctly, you increase. You don't take anything from anybody by enjoying, by succeeding, and by prospering. Success is divinely natural. Prosperity is divinely natural. And I shall have good success. Become a person of ideas. Right? I open my mind to right ideas, success ideas. They're always coming up with new ideas. I am rich and I am getting richer. That's the law of mind. Wealth is pure idea. It was Jesus who said, You shall know the truth, and the truth will make you free. The real quest of man to know himself. You really know nothing until you know who you are. You are to know who and what you are in God, and who and what God is in you. This is the kind of knowing where we're talking about. Self-knowledge, we can define the science of living as self-knowledge, self-study, and not simply from an egocentric point of view, but to know yourself from a divine point of view. And this is what you must do. You must come to know yourself from a divine point of view. As long as you simply know yourself from a human point of view, you're going to have problems. You must come to know yourself from the divine point of view. The divine me, the divine self never gets into any trouble and never has any problems. And if a problem presents itself to me right away, I remind myself that my divine self has no problem. I don't deal with problems. I don't even solve problems. Catch on. Catch on, right? Catch on to what I'm saying, what I'm putting down. Because I know exactly what self-consciousness I am in. Ask yourself, what self-consciousness are you in? Man, know thyself. Know yourself correctly. To help other people, all you need to do is know yourself correctly. All that you can ever give to another is your own self-consciousness, your identity of yourself. I know myself correctly. All that I can ever experience are expressed in my own concept of myself, my divine self. I know my divine self. My divine self has no problems. No problem at all. Challenges come to all of us, but I found it much easier to know myself as the divine self, which has no problem. Human self might solve one problem, but as soon as it solves one problem, it'll have another one. You can be done with the human scene once and for all, even before you leave this dimension, so that when you actually leave this dimension, you know it won't be any big thing to you at all. You'll be transformed even before you make your transition. Cross the border in consciousness. My divine self does not have a problem, never had a problem, and will never have a problem. The infinite lives lives within me. The Christ mind is within me. The divine mind within me is not upset. I visualize the infinite inside of me on a hammock tied to two trees. There is something within me that is never disturbed. And that's actually on my vision board. There's this person which I visualize as myself on a hammock, and I'm reading, right? I'm reading, but I'm also enjoying and I feel prosperous, and I feel relaxed, and I feel just at ease. I just feel like everything is just amazing, right? And I'm just laying there and enjoying myself. Well, anyways, so there is something within me that is never disturbed. I know my identity of myself. I identify myself as that. Whatever you identify yourself with, you experience that. God never gets upset. That's wonderful to know. The infinite is never upset. The divine principle is never disturbed. I am He. I am He that is blessed. I am He that is spirit. Who and what are you identifying yourself with? Who and what are you identifying yourself with? What are you identifying yourself as? Right? You should be identifying yourself as the divine self, right? All you can ever meet. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go, guys. Okay, so this is by Reverend Ike. All this is The Divine Self by Reverend Ike. Look that up. Let's end this with something. Okay.